Hey guys, welcome to A.D.A.P.T, Doing Life with MS. And in this video, I got a check engine light and had it pulled the codes for it at O'Reilly's, and it came back an oil pressure sensor. So it says it's on the front of the block, and so we're going to change it. Here we go. A.D.A.P.T. With the hood popped, if you come in here on the front of the block and you look down behind these hoses and stuff, and I'm going to zoom in on it, right there is your oil pressure sensor that was throwing the code that I got. So what you're going to need is, in order to unclip it, you're going to need a flathead, because it's not the type that pushes down. It's the type that you have to pry it up and then pull it out. So, and it's kind of difficult. Some videos show you pulling all these hoses out. I didn't do that. I just finagled, and I'm going to show you what you're going to need to finagle. So you're going to need an 1 1/16 socket. So this is the 1 1/16 socket, if I can back up so you're not getting blasted. That fits over that head. And you're going to need, let me unzoom so it's easier to see. You're going to need a mid-length extension. You can't use too short and you can't use too long. I think this is maybe like a 6-inch, because you have to come under, if I can show you here, you have to come under these two hoses, but you have the fan here. And so if you have the ratchet and socket and everything together, it's too much. But if I have just the socket on here, I can come through and take the butt end into the fan, you know, far enough like this. I can move the fan, twist the fan a little bit to get the socket through here, and I'm going to show you that. So first, let's get that off. I don't have a mount. I'm going to try to balance the phone right there and see if I can reach past it. And again, you have to get up. I have to use a step ladder because I just don't have the height that I need to get up and over. But if I come under here and go in there and I pry that up, so, and then I'll try to get my other hand in there without falling. And pry those tabs up. Okay, that popped the plug off. Hope that didn't. Now that I got the plug off, I'm going to again back this up into the fan, finagle it underneath these hoses here without trying to drop it, which I may. And get it over top of that sensor. And then once I get it on the teeth, like that, right like that, now I can come in with my ratchet, and if you can see through there, there's the end, and you can see, if it'll focus, I have very limited space. So you have to come in with the socket then and finagle it to get it in here. And what I have to do with both hands is I have to reach over, because it's a Craftsman, and you have to push that button in order to get it to latch on there. And again, I'll try, but I don't know with these hoses and stuff if I can do this one-handed and still show you. But because I don't have a little tripod stand that'll fit up in here. And make sure you preset it for loosening first, because once it's in there, it's really stiff sometimes on these ratchets to switch it from tightening to loosening, and it can be a bear because it's very, again, limited space. They do not make these vehicles easy. Okay, so now you can see I've got the ratchet attached, And that's where you just loosen it. You know, you can crank it. It's going to go little by little, and you crank it out of there. So if I just pop it loose, there it goes. And once you get it out, and I'll show you here, I'm going to pop that out because you don't need to see me ratcheting that here. Okay, so that's the old one out with all of the was throwing the codes, and I guess they said it was like over 99 psi and all that, which was bad. And I don't know what all that means. I just know it threw a code and I needed to change it. So what I've done is, now that I had it out, I put the new one in, threaded it in a little bit by hand, went through, back through, and now I've got the ratchet reattached to the new one, and all I have to do is tighten it. And once I get it tightened, I'll show you putting the clip back on. Okay, I got the new one in and it's tight, and I'll zoom in there a little bit and I'll try to show you here of getting that clip back on. And again, it's tight, and if your arms are thick or anything like that, it's not going to be easy. I'll tell you that, but it's cheaper than paying somebody else to do it. If I can get my hand in there. And this does not help having, okay, heard the click. Not helps having numb fingers. But that's how you change your oil pressure sensor. Thanks, guys.